Hi, my name is Kira. I've wanted to start a vlog about foster care for a while now. So I thought today I would share my testimony and how I even ended up making this video. Before about a month ago, I never thought about foster care. I didn't know much about it and I didn't really care that much. But that all changed when I went to my high school church camp. One night, a girl came on stage and shared her experience of being in the foster care system. I was amazed at the struggles she had gone through, both physically, mentally, emotionally, and I was even more amazed at how she could have so much faith in God after all of these experiences throughout her childhood. So I felt extremely touched during this talk. And afterwards, our pastor came up and started talking about these kingdom worker cards. So basically, they're like these little cards that tell you how to help out in the community. And my pastor was talking about how some of these cards would be related to the foster care system. So the regular cards are things like mow an elderly neighbor's lawn for once a month, or give 10 compliments a day. So I was assuming that the foster care related cards would say things like donate shoes to your local group home or bake your local foster family cookies. And while our pastor was talking about these kingdom worker cards, I heard God's voice, slowly but surely, telling me that I needed to take one of the foster care ones. I have never heard God's voice before. And when I did, I really thought that he would say something like, I love you, or I'm proud of what you're doing. I never in a million years thought that he was going to talk about the foster care system. Anyway, the next day, during small group times, our leaders pulled out the kingdom worker cards. And originally I thought we were just going to pick them up, and so I knew that I was gonna get one of the foster care related ones because that's what God told me to do. But then my leader was like, do you want to come and get them, or do you want me to pass them out? And the group of our girls voted for the leader to pass them out. And so they passed them out, and there were 15 girls in our group, and I think there were only like 4 or 5 foster related cards. And so I ended up being one of those 4 or 5 girls who got one of the foster care related cards. Might be a coincidence, might not be. So anyway, I prayed over the card. I asked God to help me fulfill whatever the card said, no matter how hard it would be for me. I asked for strength, and more importantly, I asked that the card would be something that I was really interested in. I guess I was hoping that the card would be easy. So I opened up the card, and what does it say? Start a vlog about foster care? What? Like, I don't know that much about foster care, and I especially do not know anything about how to start a vlog. So at that point, I was honestly sad and disappointed. I really, really thought that God was going to put something on that card that I would be really interested to do. I never thought that the card would be so hard for me to accomplish. So when I got home from camp, I threw the card in the trash can. It was just too different. It wasn't something that I was at all interested in, and I thought that it would be of better use for somebody else. So at that point, I'm like so exhausted from camp. I was like falling asleep on the bus on the way home, And so I go to bed early, and I just sit in bed for like 2 hours, and I cannot go to sleep. And all I can think about is the card laying in the trash can. I had a sense of guilt and I felt like I had let down God and like I wasn't listening to him. And so I prayed. I was like, "Hey God, can you like let me go to sleep? I'm like super tired, you know?" And all I could hear was a voice in my head repeating over and over, "Get the card out. Get the card out." So after like another 45 minutes of laying in my bed without falling asleep, I got up and got the card out of the trash can. And I immediately went to sleep. So the next morning, I was still extremely hesitant about pursuing this card. And so at like 9 o'clock in the morning, I was sitting in my bed and I was like, "God, if this is really something you want me to do, please make it obvious beyond doubt that I need to start this vlog." So I, later in the day, I had finished my chores earlier than I thought I would. And my dad was like, "Hey, you want to go to the hardware store with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, like, whatever." So I go to the hardware store with him. And as we're in the store, I'm like really thirsty. And so I'm like, I don't know, instead of getting the water from the water fountain inside the hardware store, I decided to go to the Wendy's like across the street. I don't know why, but let me tell you, I've never been to Wendy's. I don't know, my family's kind of more worried about like healthy foods, so we don't go to a lot of fast food restaurants, and I've just never been to Wendy's. So I go in and I ask for like a water cup, and this guy just hands me one of the like soda cups. And on the cup it says, "Learn about foster care at," and then this website. Are you kidding me? The one time, the off chance that I go to a hardware store with my dad, the off chance that I went across the street instead of going to the water fountain in the hardware store, and on the water cup it talks about foster care. About 4 hours after I had prayed, that God tells me, like, makes it obvious that I need to do this, that gives me a sign. He gave me a sign. So, all in all, that's why I'm making this video. I don't really know what I'm doing, and I've just decided that I'm going to go with what God has told me and start this vlog. So, I'd like to believe that God is pushing me down this path. I have no idea where this is gonna take me, but I'm doing it. I'm gonna just go through and post a vlog. So if you'd like to share this journey with me, please subscribe and like this video. Please share it with your friends and get the word out there. I really have no idea what I'm doing, so right now I'm filming this on my Mac. So if you have any like way to help me, please write it in the comments, or you can email me. I should have an email in the description box. Yeah, so if you have any resources, please share it with me and help me spread the word about foster care. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!